episode. I'm assuming most of you came over from Paul's. If you didn't, or if you're watching this on replay, just came from Landry's. Paul Enslaved was there. He was being his usual self. I didn't feel like entertaining it. There are some things that we touched on there that didn't have time to get to the receipts of. So now I'm going to show receipts specifically of him contradicting the claim that he made that he doesn't tell Snafu to strike people. If you don't know Snafu snaps, count yourself blessed. Before we do that, though, Harmon, I got your Cash App on the previous panel. Is that the first donor of the stream? Maybe technically not, but I'll count it anyways. First donor always gets bombs. Oh, you know what? I'll give you your favorite. I know you got a favorite.
The link's right there. It's literally right there. One click away.
And then since Chuck's in a hurry,
I'm getting too much money.
Thank you, Chuck, for the 5. All right, let me share a screen here.
I was down, but also we created a new channel called Snafu Crew Strike Team.
Now there are 5 parts to this. I didn't have time to watch them beforehand. They're not really queued up, and I can't tell you if they're in proper order or if which one's gonna be more relevant. So we're kind of going through these.
We will be going live when others go live, and we are creating an army of strike force. So if you want to, my main channel is off the 3rd strike, so we're still good on Snafu Crew, but this new channel called Snafu Crew Strike Team, make sure you go, because we are going to create an army of strike team forces to take out the scumbags on internet. So Ian China, Flow State, Venus Cupcake, all you fucktards, the Snafu Crew Strike Team is in force. Make sure you guys come join. And Daddy, we will be with you.
All right, you just heard it here first. Snafu snaps down, but not out. He's recovering, convalescing, and he's already back to his old ways. As a matter of fact, he's never stopped. He's at war on you pedo pogos. He's aligning right now with other forces, and he's created a new official strike team to monitor the meta miscreants and to keep them in line and in governance as they wish, because these are folks, remember, they support statute, policy, and code. They're governed by it everywhere else in their life. They say, I'm a bad guy, along with some folks in the system. Right. So you could argue they're traitors and they're treasonous technically, despite what they believe and what the contracts say. Objectively, they're treasonous and traitorous as men and women born on this land. So Snafu Snaps has a point. If you're going to throw in with the statute, policy, and code, and you're going to adhere to that and then say, I should be governed by that and not promote freedom and property and rights and proper contracting, well, then it only makes sense that Snafu Snaps and the strike team govern you with statute, policy, and code online. That's the new world, digital experience. You guys built it. You guys pay for it. You guys promote it. So why shouldn't you be subjected to it? Not me, of course. I live under a different covenant at this point. Thoughts on any of that, JG? Do you have any thoughts on that?
So of course, his response would be, I didn't tell him to do it. Yeah, we're not dumb. You carried water for him. You completely greased the rails and obviously are endorsing these actions, right? So the little plausible deniability game ain't gonna work. Let's see. Let me find the next one.
Thoughts on any of that, JG? Do you have any thoughts on that? Strike Force?
Yes, Snafu, who's your favorite person to strike? I know you got a favorite.
Right now, let's say Flow State, Venus Cupcake. They're on the, we're kind of, we got Mad Mystic already. She's blaming Monograph, but Mystic, I'll take the thing.
Look at that face. Does he look like he doesn't endorse striking? Is he sending any sort of message to Snafu like, hey, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't be a piece of shit and just strike channels because they piss me off?
Mystic lost her main channel, and of course they think it was Monograph. It was us, the crew. I'll just say it, Mystic.
Crew is active. He's like Hamas. He's taking credit for attacks.
Which lost her main channel. Boo-hoo. Here's where I find it. I find that the grit of a real broadcaster is once they lose and they have to rebuild to see if they really continue. That shows if they're really about the game or not. People like Paul, we don't question because he's already dealt with it. But the others, some of these others, we'll find out the grit of if they're really.
I'm like the Castro, man. I don't stop. Not only do I not stop, you strike me, I come out with mugs, bathrobes, blindfolds and shit. I come out with condoms, Patriot prophylactics. I ain't stopping, bro.
So the goal of our channel is when these fucktards go live on the Strike Force channel, we will actually be reviewing and striking actively while they're live. So
now, what will you be striking over? What will be the kind of rubric here? Like, what's the?
And again, just for TOS reasons, I'm reviewing this. This is a review of something else. I'm not endorsing striking. I'm not calling for anybody to strike. And actually, this is not just a TOS warning. I actually don't support this shit. And for a year, I wouldn't be on a panel with Snaps to sort of try to protest that, because Snafu Snaps, he's on like his 18th channel. His channels keep getting deleted because he does this sort of bullshit, but nobody watches him. He can't get double-digit viewers to save his fucking life. So he goes around to Paul's or OTW's, these bigger channels, and that's how he gets his attention. My thought was if I just boycott anything with him on it, maybe others will follow, and maybe we can just end this scourge in the panelverse. But at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, Snafu, the type of person Snafu is, somebody will have utility for him. Somebody will be able to weaponize him, and so it wasn't effective. But
the purview, what's the outline? Like, what will you be searching?
I think we'll review the lives. So, like, if Fugtard or Ian China or Monty or any of them go live, and we feel like we need a strike force activated, we are going to create the army, which we already have of strike force trolls here at the Snafu crew.
No, but I'm asking like how policy enforcement has certain organized campaigns. Like, what are you specifically searching out and destroying? Like is it drugs? Is it
pedophile linked pogos, privately owned government? Kind of like Brian from High Impact and his little new boy making a board game. We're going to change the world with a board game, even though they ain't even. Now here's the deal: if this guy's claiming this board game is going to change the world, if he makes a deal with Monopoly or the brand big tech companies to get a board game pushed out.
This one's kind of long.
Other than that board game ain't going anywhere, guys. And remember, when that camera panned over to him, he cried immediately. Remember, those cameras were in court. So again, we're witnessing pogo grifts. Paul's been over target, and the attacks on the algorithms on real channels are happening, and it is real. So the Strike Team channel is more of a tactical channel to take on the scum of the internet.
So bullying, harassment, terrorism online, false claims, grifting, frauding.
They better follow the rules, Daddy.
All right, gotta follow the rules. You got any thoughts on this, Tarek, before we move on?
Daddy, if a dude will call, what's the power dynamics here? Snafu's calling Paul Daddy. Is Paul really going to try to say he doesn't have any power over Snafu? Get the fuck out.
No, I hope you get better, Snaps. I just left you a video of Brian actually did a video 2 hours ago about the DA district attorney saying that to the cop that she's not going to even pay the ticket. She prosecutes herself. I left it in the back for you. Just the hypocrisy of these people. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw that. I may not play it, but I did see it up on his list. We prosecute ourselves and investigate ourselves, so we have no need to actually follow through. I like that. Listen, there's got to be some perks to fascism. We wouldn't do it if there wasn't, right? And one of the perks is do as we say, not as we do. That's kind of.
What was that? Let me slow that back down.
Ourselves and investigate ourselves, so we have no need to actually follow through. I like that. Listen. There's got to be some perks to fascism. We wouldn't do it if there wasn't, right? And one of the perks is do as we say, not as we do. That's kind of the whole point of the system, right? We're going to tell you what to do, and we're not going to hold ourselves to the same standard. That sounds very familiar. We see a lot of that going on online.
Daddy, I was super surprised how humble you were over at Illuma Tommy's last night. You were very humble.
Well, because again, I don't need to fight and resist. I don't need to defend against false claims. I'd rather just create remedy or resolution. If not, I just stay peaceful and caring of myself and my health. And I let these folks show who and what they are. I'm not going to fight them. I'm not going to yell and scream more than necessary for what? They're lying. They're grifting. They're jealous. They're envious. I'm none of those things. So I have nothing to be upset about.
I feel Daddy showed mercy and humbleness last night. That's what
What?
the crew witnessed with Illumitami. By the way,
Yeah,
Tommy,
because I pity him and many others on here.
Please.
I pity him and many others on here. They're mentally and emotionally and spiritually disturbed. They don't look well. They look like they're ready to die. Their lifestyle is obviously, unsavory, to say the least. So, I'm more interested in me having good health, just like I tell you, not getting aggravated, yelling and screaming, trying to defend against something that is indefensible because it's not a true claim. So then it just becomes a power game. They just want to get me riled up. They just want to get me cycling and spinning with them so that they can promote their horrible channel and be seen and heard. All right. So I'm not going to feed into it anymore, more than necessary. I'm just going to deal with them as people, try to create remedy and reconciliation, try to let them understand that we're on the internet. It's not the end of the world. They don't have to emotionally invest. We can just talk as people or go our separate ways. Right. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm doing that mostly for me so that I can heal my body and stay healthy and stay in a good frame of mind. And have faith and trust that everything's going to be what it's meant to be. I don't have to argue. I don't have to fight. I don't have to even hold anyone accountable, really, or call them out. They're going to do what they're going to do.
On the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate all you guys' good vibes and prayers and stuff. I'm still dealing with health shit, but it really does mean a lot. And again, there's reasons why we do what we do because everyone's on a different path and journey in this digital experience, and there are real.
Folks are already filing in from your strike force, and I have a suspicion that we're going to start to see more of these agents. So we have our first agent down there who's made himself known, Pogo Strike Force Grunt number 34, with an obvious watermelon that appears to have been penetrated. It appears to have been fucked, Snafu Snaps. So we know
the troll army of the crew, the Strike Force, we will grow. It's a tactical channel. Again, these Pogos don't understand. We take this shit seriously. This digital experience shit, when you talk about algorithms, people like Paul, you guys, we're fighting for people's freedoms and rights on censorship against big tech and satanic Pogos. So again, good for you, Pogo Strike Force Grunt. I hope to see you there, sir, on our first strike video.
And we will be searching for fruit that has been penetrated as well. That is an offense. That's a violation of policy.
Indian red dot.
You get you fucking watermelons, you're going down. That's it.
He's lucky my voice was out when I heard that.
Strike Force Grunt. Oh man, I don't know if they caught it, but I'm going to break the fourth wall here. When I said I suspect, I did it. I did what they accused me of, which is indirectly asking you for something. I'd like more folks down there to present themselves as members of the Strike Force. So we have Strike Force Investigator, we have Strike Force Enhanced Interrogation Team, we have Strike Force Court personnel, right, to do military tribunal and try these folks and then, have judgments made. I think we got our newest simulation down there for folks who want to participate, the Pogo Strike Force. And in this way, when you go to these other horrible, pathetic channels, they become aware, oh my God, Snafu Snaps' crew Strike Force is in the building. We better be on our best behavior. We're being audited.
The optics are high, Daddy.
That's it.
Sounds like instructions to me. Also, I'm pretty sure this counts as brigading. Paul, this is against TOS.
Who's this woman?
Sounds
This
like
woman's been laying in a lazy boy chair and she just hasn't said anything. That was Adele, I believe. Hold on, I gotta thank someone, then we'll go to JG. I got Steve S here. Says supporting the show. Thank you, Steve S, for your contribution. You're a blessing, sir.
Remember when Paul used to read off thank yous to the donors during his streams? Does he still do that? I don't think I've heard him do that in a long time.
You were saying, JG?
Pogo Strike Force. It sounds like an extreme Pogo, crew.
Yeah, it sounds like a superhero organization, like Pogo Strike Force Unite.
Like actual Pogos.
Strike Force is the fifth industrial.
Yeah, I don't think there's a limit on how many you need.
Essentially, our Fourth Reich, the Strike Force.
It's
an
organized,
all people online, and we're bringing about punishments as necessary. I look forward to that. I look forward to a rain of snaps.
Oh,
all right. The Strike Force. We're investigating all people online, and we're bringing about punishments as necessary.
He says we.
People, our Fourth Reich, the Strike Force. This is essentially our Fourth Reich.
Our Fourth Reich.
Strike Force. We're investigating all people online.
We're investigating.
And we're bringing about punishments as necessary.
That's a we. That's inclusive of you, Paul.
I look forward to that. I look forward to a rain of snaps. All right, we got to get to breaking.
Right now, we're just getting it subbed up, and then when we're ready to, the main channel's still there, Snafu Crew, but we're on our last stride. And because I don't give a shit, I'm sure the main channel will be gone, hundreds of videos gone, you know me, but we'll redo it. But this channel, the new one, is a tactical channel. And if Daddy has issues, just let the crew know, because we'll review some of these people who are opposition, and we'll review and strike at the same time.
There it is. You gotta strike.
Do it. Shit, I'm sure the main channel will be gone, hundreds of videos gone, you know me, but we'll redo it. But this channel, the new one, is a tactical channel. And if Daddy has issues, just let the crew know, because we'll review some of these people who are opposition, and we'll review and strike at the same time.
There it is. You got a strike team number 1 on the ground now. You got strike force number 34, and you have a strike force pogo jailer, somebody who will be responsible for overseeing these meta miscreants after they are put in incarceration for their safety, of course. This is really not about any personal vendetta. We're not Animale.
Yeah, no personal vendettas here.
Sure.
Just people need to follow the guidelines and policies.
That's it. Especially if you're going to come on here and shit on me, pull up my records, try to demean me, mischaracterize me, right? I don't tell Snafu to do these things. He does this by the grace of God. In his perspective, he's a warrior for the truth. I tell him, relax, go take a back seat. He says, no, this needs to be done. So if you folks want to come on here, mischaracterize and demean folks like me and others who are doing what's true and what's right, or attempting to, or promoting that we have rights, freedom, principles, spiritual faith, and then you want to say, they're bad, they're wrong, they're grifting, and also they should go to jail and have code forced on them because the rest of us follow it. Well, this is what happens. Strike forces will be assembled. Miscreants in the metaverse will learn to serve. This digital experience will be given back to you.
That actually is kind of a decent Bane voice. I'm not gonna lie.
People. Assemble the court, Snafu Snaps.
We are, sir, Daddy.
Strike force in full effect.
It is. Make sure you guys get up on Strike Force, my new channel, and we will all take on the digital experience together.
Zebra Lounge. What's the channel, man? I want to get on Strike Force channel. I got to subscribe to
it. Strike Team. If you go to my main channel, Snafu Crew, and just go to the community page, we uploaded the backup channel, the tactical channel.
Let's see here. Never find your channels because you're fucking shadow banned. They got them shadow banned now.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious.
Snafu Crew Strike Team.
Yep. You can, if you pull it up, show them what it looks like.
Digital experience. Zebra Tech.
And again, we will be reviewing lives when they're live and actively, tactically making sure they're following policy and guidelines.
Right. Tactical strike team inbound. All right. Well, these folks should be on their best behavior now because they know someone's watching. The whole team is watching. That's good. That's going to inspire them to do what's true and what's right. I'm hopeful and faithful for this new endeavor. I have a vision here. Vision of, well, it's not my vision. It's Snafu Snaps' vision. It's rapidly becoming one and the same with my own.
Well, it was your vision because after watching people like you.
Whoa, hold on. And I was just getting antsy about maybe skipping the rest of this. I'm glad I didn't. I figured there was a reason that this was so long.
Hopeful and faithful for this new endeavor. I have a vision here. Vision well, it's not my vision. It's Snafu Snaps' vision. It's rapidly becoming one and the same with my own.
Well, it was your vision. Because after watching people like you getting censored and myself and others who actually stand up, we've had our differences, but like real recognizes real in the end. And no, you know, a lot of people give me shit and stuff, but real whistleblowers, real algorithmic bullshit, real pogo optics. I mean, if you guys can't see the whole Chile de Castro shit, when I say
hold on, someone's already trying to malign you. Mischaracterize you. They're saying
absolutely.
So you plan to get people's
channels away
1 second. No. He doesn't plan to get people's channels taken down. He plans to have policy and code online followed.
Yes,
the letter of the code.
This is the dude who claims to be claims that having a driver's license is slavery, and he's all so against any sort of restrictions on freedom. Does it seem like a contradictory message he's sending here? So let me ask again, Paul, why are you free? Because as far as I can tell, if somebody will snitch to YouTube on other content creators, because publicly even, because they don't like them, they'll snitch to the cops to save themselves a prison sentence for fucking sure.
They got to follow the rules.
That's it. Follow the rules, or, you know, whatever YouTube decides to do is what they decide to do, right? Just like the courts, just like policy enforcement, just like all the other things you folks follow and support, just like Donnie and Joey. They're going to decide what happens with your future, your family, your life. So if you live that and support that everywhere else, I don't see why you shouldn't support that online. So if channels get taken down, well, that's just good governance. We're going to keep these folks safe, and we're going to make sure they follow the code. Optics
Yes,
high.
sir. Hey, I'm kind of curious who this chick underneath you is too, Daddy. And I'm
God,
saying
that's
Daddy,
a-
Mommy, because I know you get upset about our
That's
daddy.
Mrs. A. She's a woman of few words. So few, she hasn't said anything yet, but that's okay. She's part of the scene there.
Well, make sure you join our task force strike team. We need some
Right.
women.
We need some women who can inform, like all good fascist organizations. We need you out and about, just shopping, pretending to be part of the scene, and informing on everyone.
See, he's not even trying to exclude himself anymore. He's just including himself right all up in there.
All right, I think she's agreeing to that indirectly. Tacit agreement. She didn't say no, so I'm taking it as a yes. Canada's housing is home ownership only for the rich now. 80% say yes in a new poll. Boy, Canada's fucked. 80% of them think that there's no place for even the middle class or anyone really to have a home. It's for rich people. Homes are for rich people. It's back to the tin hut. Okay, it's time to get like the rest of the world. You guys are unthankful and ungrateful. You've had too much for too long. Now we're gonna get back to real reality.
An increasing number of people in this country are giving up the dream of owning a home. An Ipsos poll done exclusively for Global News shows
Well, you don't own it anyway. The bank owns it, and you pay
owning a
taxes on the
home
land.
is high demand. 8 that was done if you don't government for help.
Corporate over.
All right, let's keep going. We're gonna get through all 5 of these for I don't know, maybe call it OCD or due diligence or whatever you want. That was the longest one. Let's see, part 3.
So Snafu, how many channels are you going to strike today, or have you started the crew? How many channels is the crew stricken, and how many are getting stricken?
About 4 or 5 of them, but comments could be struck too. All the crew members out there, remember, if they say some dumb shit, their comments could be struck too. Oh, you better.
All right, who have you stricken recently? Name the folks you've stricken recently. Snafu's crew is on.
You want me to send you a list? I'll email you something funny.
No, I believe you. I've seen the emails. We've already showed them here. You're credible when it comes to that. That's one thing I do believe you when it comes to that. You'll strike anybody you tell me you're striking. I've seen the fucking proof of it. So who's on the crew list lately? Who got hit up this week?
Talcott, the pedo supporter. Flo, the pedo supporter.
No, go fast. Give me the offender, give me the charge, and then give me the judgment. Like what came about.
Okay,
from
the charges are you better follow policy and guidelines. That's
Whoa.
where legal issues. So I'm not. So if they're not following these policy and guidelines, YouTube determines that. We just report it.
Right. All right, so go just each person, name the person, and then the offense, and then what's become of it.
Well, it's all the cupcakes. The Venus cupcakes, the fucking.
You just can't follow any type of professional format, any type of structure.
Gas snuffers.
You just can't go slow state, misinformation. It's still pending decision. You can't do that and then go to the next person.
The crew is everywhere. I can't really tell you what fully. Let's just say they're on a strike mode right now. As we speak.
I didn't ask you that. I said, could you just go one assailant, offender, and then the charge, and then what's become of it with YouTube? Is it still in process or has it been ruled on?
We have 2 videos that got hit, restricted, moved down. Talcott, you keto pogo supporter, host.
No, Jackson, you can't do that at court because you're showing that you're showing your bias.
No, when I go to court, I just show the death threats and all the good stuff we have.
Just, man, I'm going to say it another time. I can't, it's like 5 times already. Christos knows what to do. He heard it. Just give me the slow state, policy, misinformation, whatever the offense is. And then
misinformation is a beautiful one, crew. If they get political, like
I don't want the characterization. I don't want the adjectives. Just give me the name. Oh my God, this kid's retarded. Just give me the name, the offense, and what YouTube has done about it.
I plead the fifth, sir.
That's the thing. You can't plead the fifth. You already incriminated yourself, or you already gave the narrative. How are you going to lock up now?
But I'm retarded, so I can use that in court.
so you told everybody what you did, and now you provided no clarity. So you made it worse for yourself because we don't know what's going on. We just know that you admitted you were striking channels left and right with the crew.
Striking channels.
What was the point of going Fifth Amendment right in the middle of this? Did you just
I just broke it. Fuck, Dad, look what you do.
All right, come on, man. Just give me the names, like Cynthia being fat and obnoxious, and then still in process.
I'll be real. If you support criminals, traitors, frauds, or pedos, and you fuck got shit with the crew and the truth, we're gonna make sure you're following YouTube policy.
Did you get anyone for bullying and harassment this week?
Oh yeah, got Talcott and Host Day. We got Talcott. When he fucking started, like, because it's easy when these little fuckers go at each other. What do you do?
But that's the thing. If you really want to be real about it, since Talcott had monetized that channel, he's subject to the policies and guidelines because he's desperate for via. I didn't monetize this shit. So if you're gonna throw me out, like, did you see yesterday what he did to me? I went over there. I was cordial. He fucking abused me, man. He bullied and harassed me.
He bad. He called you polyboy.
I'm still fucking. I'm laughing because I'm trying to cope, but I'm actually really scared and upset. Right? He hurt my feelings. It was pretty shocking, right? It was very stressful. I'm still experiencing some loss and stress from that, and I kind of suffered a bit. So, the bullying and harassment isn't necessarily incorrect claim. I don't strike channels, and I don't support that Snafu or other people do it. But if he's gonna, him and the crew strike channels for harassment and bullying, you did do that.
Right.
Let's not act like that didn't happen.
Because they all like to get guru and political with it. So the crew has learned misinformation. You don't want to be putting the misinfo out there. So Jack, you've saving the world and all your misinformation, and host state supporting pedos and your misinformation. Let's just say the crew is on it. And fuck you, cupcakes. But Daddy, I was very shocked Talcott treated you the way he did. You are a very, very humble man.
Yeah, he fake guru Nazi coded me yesterday. Pretended I was imagining shit. Fucking harassed me, bullied me, and threw me out.
I want to send you the email. I want these fucktards to realize what the fuck time it is.
I can't, and let's be clear, Jack, you keep fucking inviting me over there, then harassing and bullying me. I can't stop Snafu or anyone else from striking your channel. And a lot of them may not even agree with us being enforced by policy, but we don't have to because you did monetization desperate to try to save that house and grift off everyone. So that's why I got rid of monetization, because they're going to hold you not only policies, extra hard to policies. So if folks say, hey, you want to choose monetization and you want to do abuse and harassment and bullying and misinformation, you might have to report that. And it's might be justified. That's what you signed up for, and that's what you're doing. I don't know. I wouldn't like it.
It was just constant. I couldn't believe that he denied having Snafu strike shit. There's so many examples of it out there.
To be these people, especially when they're horrible at communicating and they can't write up legal, lawful documents. They can't secure that. What's with all the in and out? Am I cutting out?
You did for a second there. I don't know what that was.
Oh man, they're doxing me now. See what they're doing? Snafu, you got the demons riled up, and now they're doxing me.
Might have been Christopher. I don't know. He looks like he's loading or something.
Uno momento. All right, that was that part 3? We're done with part 3. So now part 4. Again, there's 5 parts.
Send you an email, and this is from one of the crew, just one crew member email. And just look at the email. The visuals should be enough for the policy guideline fucktards who don't want to follow it. The email, the visualization, and this is just one crew member. And they're saying, who's the crew? Just remember, all you crew, you're the glue. Each and every one.
Just one crew member, because there's one crew member.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it out of him because I can't find out who the crew is either. And the crew struck me before multiple times.
Hey, look at the email. Show them the visualization of what I just.
All right. I'll check the email. Relax. It's gonna be all over. He's got me over about this guy.
And just remember, the crew is mini.
He's pretty much extorting me right now. Snafu's pretty much been extorting me because he'll use policy on everybody. He's struck me before.
Policy and guidelines.
Oh man, that's a heavy list. You're out here. You're not taking any prisoners out here. All right, hold on. Let me bring that up again. Try to tell these people to stop fucking doing her. I can't make it bigger.
And many were written back saying, yes, we handled it because they're not following the rules, Daddy.
There's about 10 notifications on the past 3 days he's showing me of YouTube telling him thank you for reporting. So yeah, that's just a few of them. There's like off screen, there's about 10 of them all together. So the crew is busy, man. I actually, while I don't support it, I kind of think it's funny when you send me the one. He sends me, like, for some reason in the middle of the night, he goes, look what I did. And he sends me a list of people, and it says Slow State, Illuminati, Slave Cot, all the usual haters.
We're gonna fucking take these policy guideline unfollowers videos down or slap them on the hand for not being good little, they just
if they're going to take jabs and follow policy and code and ask the state for funds, they got to follow all statutes, policies, and codes. They're in jurisdiction commercially. So you better follow all them statutes, policies, and codes, or the crew's going to be striking you. I don't have nothing to do with it. I didn't ask him to do it. I didn't tell him he even should be doing it. But he's going to do whatever the fuck he wants because he's sick of you. I mean,
threaten and deny. Club owner tier members, the link is pinned there. If you're a club owner tier member, you can get the the link is available there. If you're not a Club Owner tier member, but you would like early access to the panels, sometimes exclusive access, get the Club Owner tier membership. It's $20 a month. It gets all the old live streams, all of it, and early access to the panels. And the way it works is if you become a Club Owner tier member, just click that link, and then the very top post will be a link to join StreamYard. It's only visible to that tier.
I could take it or leave it, right? These people don't really bother me at the end of the day. I think it's more of an indictment and embarrassment for them than it is any consequence to me. So I really don't need that done. But I also think it's rather comical that he's calling everyone a pogo and then striking everybody. Or the crew is. He's not doing it. He's got people doing that. But, I just think it's a funny imagery. All of a sudden, people have been hating on me getting stricken. And he's done it to me before. So it's not like, he isn't objective about it.
Snafu's still in dark, though, for doing that. Straight up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about power, right? It's elusive at times. It will corrupt. So there was a few times where Snafu Snap struck me and then went off hailing about it. I just struck him. He's going to learn a lesson today. And I was back up in 20 minutes because I just direct my shit to the legal team. And I've been in touch with them so often from all the fake ass lying shit that they respond pretty quickly. So
You ever seen a more phallic microphone than the one dangling in front of his face?
Learned directly to not even do that with me because it's not as effective to me as it is the rest of them. The rest of these folks are incompetent. They can't speak. They can't communicate. They can't establish a relationship with anybody, and they can't generate relief or remedy for themselves or others. So it's always going to be more effective to them than it is to me because I'm not doing anything that's being claimed, and I protect myself with certain language, and I have a certain relationship at this point with these folks who know YouTube's fucking me. Literally, the legal team knows that the people they're working for is shadow banning me and fucking me. So they're pretty good about when I'm not doing anything, making sure that they don't get themselves in deeper liability. So it's a very odd relationship that you wind up cultivating with people based on some shared understanding of liability.
Hey, Gaddy, I sent you one last email. Now, this one is even more powerful than the visuals you said because, the crew is fucking making an impact on making these people follow policy and guidelines. And we have many more that have just recently came in last night. So when their channels feel the heat, Mr. Talcott has to...
It says we removed or restricted content you recorded.
Show the people the truth, yo.
Show the people.
There it is.
Blow it up.
I'm going to
Let's
read
see
it.
what YouTube... Oh, can you pull back one more time? Now, can you zoom in? It says, what does it say? Oh, it says, thanks for reporting video.
Where'd it go? It looks like the Snafu crew strike team was just bounced out of chat. Good job, whoever got him. What a little F slur. Paul, this is brigading.
On January 5th,
I know Snafu doesn't care about his counts. Why would he? But you do.
been removed and restricted from YouTube. Optics
Well,
are
there you
high.
go. Optics are high. And the consciousness is low. So if folks can't be reconciliatory, if they can't reconcile and resolve with their fellow man and woman and live in truth, and they want to wear masks online and make false claims and do abuse and harassment and libel and slander, then they're probably going to get hit with the very least policy guidelines infractions, and if not, some type of lawsuit, because you actually can't go online and defame people and slander and continuously lie when you know you're lying. It's one thing to say, hey, I think this is possible about this person. To regularly go on and continue a lie that could mischaracterize someone or defame someone when you've been told it's a lie and you've been corrected on the record, it's libelous and slanderous. And
who do you think he's talking about there?
it could get you a lawsuit, right? I'm not saying I would necessarily do that. I'm not saying that I'm above doing that. You know, again, if somebody got me on just the right day and I was tired of looking at them and hearing their bullshit, I would teach them a lesson just like I would in a different venue. And they'd happen to be showing up to court and explaining why they come on every day and make a living off of trying to destroy my livelihood and character assassinating me. And it's going to be kind of a hard sell, right? Because, you know, most folks on here are broken children and they don't really conceive of what it is that they're doing and saying. And they're really not equipped to defend themselves or to explain themselves in any venue. So they'd be completely caught off guard. And then they'd be forced to hire an attorney who would immediately be a waste of money because they get thrown right out of the box for no firsthand knowledge. You can't have another man represent you and what the fuck you've been doing who has no firsthand knowledge. So you'd be forced to testify and you'd be forced to go on record. You'd be shown to be dishonorable, bad faith, and then you'd have to pay because you can't just go around repeating lies and trying to character assassinate people and then trying to be above statute, policy, and code, which you serve regularly, pay into, and advocate the rest of us follow. Are you kidding? You can't have it all ways at all times, you know? But whatever, that'll be for you folks to learn at some point. Hopefully you don't continue fucking with me and get me on an off day and I wind up just completely fucking your whole life up from top to bottom using nothing but mere paperwork.
Well, Daddy, all I can say is the crew is on a strike force activation mode. Talcots and host states and Wizards now better follow policy and guidelines because Wizard now says he's broken off of Unslaved forever and he's a Talcotiad. So we'll see how this goes.
No. You're now repeating things that doesn't sound like something he would say, and that's usually when I know you're...
He's never coming back. Yesterday when he said that.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, that's the chat. A lot of us saw it and heard it. We laughed about it.
Well,
So we're reviewing some old receipts earlier on Landry's. I just came over from Landry's and Paul was up there, and it was a whole shit show. But in there were some things he denied that we didn't have time to get the receipts for. So I'm presenting some receipts that show that Paul was in fact working with Snafu to have Snafu snaps go around striking other channels, which is completely, like, it's just a complete downwards. This is why I was so against it. Still am. It's just once you start down that spiral, it doesn't go anywhere but down. And Paul's the first one to walk down the spiral.
Well, again, if just because it took a year and a half for me to finally be completely accountable with him and hold him accountable after everything that's gone on here and been done, if he's made a decision to not come back here, then that's more of an indictment of him and his character, which I would choose to not believe at this point. Not saying it's not possible. I choose to not believe that at this point. And if it is true, it's only another indictment and conviction for the true character of all these folks. That the majority of them, like I've said from the beginning, are not here because they really love or respect me or what I do. They're not really here to walk with me and be a part of what I'm doing the way I'm doing it. They're here to aggrandize themselves and to create a second stream of attention or value or income for themselves to exist off of. It's been clear and present with the majority of them from the beginning. It's probably one of the few things I can't necessarily accuse Snafu Snaps of. He'll generally go around, never really promote his shit, never really play his own shit, talk about everybody, and he has no products or services and doesn't make any money off of it. So while I think he's delusional at times, or while I think he's a rude and crude cretin, warthog creature, he's not necessarily doing what everyone else is doing. He's entertaining the idea of the bobblehead, but I think he knows that I know that he knows he's never going to go get that done. And if he tries to sell it, he's going to wind up in the rears because nobody's going to buy it from him. I think he's probably smart enough to recognize that.
Did you just say in the rears? Freudian slip, Freudian microphone.
And he's also lazy and procrastinates enough to never really entertain that idea being true and correct. He just likes the idea of playing with that and fucking with me. And it doesn't bother me because I see right through it. And I know better than him if he doesn't know. Right? So, yeah, they're all the same. Slow state, slave cot. Pick somebody who hadn't come here and tried to sit next to me and use this fucking audience for a platform to push products and services or to generate value for what it is they do online from these people. And he had the balls to do a broadcast with people called Talking with Famous People. He was the famous person. Okay? If you go into these people fucking background, Jack Talcott, and you look at who they've been for the last 5 and 6 years, it's narcissist central. I'm the potentially famous person.
Coop. All right, let's get to the final receipt of the evening.
What do you have to report, sir?
I just sent you an email. I'm having some fun here. YouTube's been busy with all these fucking retarded and fucktards.
Are you out striking people again? Are you?
Sure
is the
am.
crew?
Not me, the crew. The crew, the blue. But I sent you an updated email.
This guy's list. Hold on, look, I gotta.
This might
Each
be
one of those is in. No. Oh man, the crew is like upholding policy heavy lately. They said slow state, you ain't supposed to be posting sexual content on there.
Okay, maybe
Harmful and
Tard and fucktards.
Are you out striking people again? Are you?
Sure
is the
am.
crew?
Not me, the crew. The crew, the blue. But I sent you an updated email. Just and yeah, again, I don't control it. If you guys are breaking policy and guidelines that you guys want to follow, and YouTube is starting to look at you guys, well, like I said, I had a personal conversation with Jack last night.
Whoa, that fucking list is growing, man. Look at this guy's list. Hold on, look, I gotta. This guy's got some list of fucking.
And some of them went through.
He's got a list of people he's stricken long as your arm, man.
Is this the same one that we just watched? It's short. This is
each one of those is stricken channels. Snafu Snaps' his crew is on a mad fucking tear lately. So let's see what we got here. We got oh, fuck. We got Jack Talcott, Slow State, Cynthia, Illumitami, Benton. Oh man. Venus Cupcake, Mad Mystic. Man, the crew's on a tear lately. Let's see some of the allegations. Harassment, bullying, sexual conduct on Slow State. Oh man, the crew is like upholding policy heavy lately. They said Slow State, you ain't supposed to be posting sexual content on there. Harmful and dangerous acts, Jack Talcott. Harassment and bullying, Cynthia. Misinformation, Jack Talcott. Hateful or abusive content, Illumitami. Harassment and bullying, Illumitami. I mean, that is like, I can't argue that with their standards of policy and what they're all doing. I can't argue against it. So Snafu Snaps Creature, or his crew rather, have these folks up against the wall because they might be doing some of this.
Well, if you notice, some of them actually went through because
again, they're not following YouTube guidelines and policies. Like I said, Chuck and I had a conversation last night about his Nazi cotness and things, and I hope they understand.
There
They're
you
not
have
learning
it.
from me, Daddy.
There you have it. Snafu snaps on the ground. Crew going crazy.
Oh, and the bank gave me a good idea to prove Wizards a fraud even more. This was an idea from the bank. They wouldn't let me take them to the
They
side room.
sat down